What's up, brother? Long time no see. I'm
Hey
glad
man,
to
how's
be
it
doing
going?
it back with you,
Excited?
man. Especially with yeah, dude. Especially with the Tar Heels pulling it through for me, getting back into the national
Dude, I can't believe
championship
that shit.
game. I'm loving this. You hear me now? That's all right. We losing John right now.
Dude, our connection is dog shit.
There it goes.
Yeah, I just heard you rambling about Carolina, and it's just bullshit. I just can't believe that they're actually in the national championship game right now. Such a joke.
Yeah, well, when your team gets hot, I literally think of it as like the NC State run that they did when they won it. That's how I feel. They were
I
not
mean,
supposed to.
except for you guys have like all the top recruits in the country, and you're still trash all season.
I mean, we weren't trash. Granted, there were some times we got blown out by 20.
Right.
And I mean, we lost to good teams, man. We lost to Kentucky early. We lost to Purdue early. Um, we beat a Michigan team. So I mean, in Michigan, they did something in the tournament, better than most Big Ten teams.
Yeah, they did all right. Yeah, I mean, I think the ACC might have been a little bit underrated this year.
I agree. Other than NC State, that's trash.
Yeah, that's trash. I didn't even watch like any of their games. They're so bad. I don't understand how they can be so bad. It's terrible. They just don't have a big man, but
Hey, that's another topic for another day. But
yeah, I don't want to talk about that. We're
my
here to
Heels are in the
talk
national
about good teams.
championship,
Yeah.
man. I tell you, I don't think that I sat down the entire Duke game. I don't think I sat down the entire game.
No, I was just pissed off the entire game. I mean, I fell asleep during the Villanova game because that thing was so boring because they got waxed.
I know.
I'm afraid Kansas might do the same thing to Carolina tonight because they've looked pretty.
Listen, I agree with you, man. They haven't let any team shoot like above 40%. I mean, they're a good team, man. I'm not even gonna lie, they're a fucking good team.
They got some real athletic big men too, and I mean, that's what's sort of been carrying Carolina through is just like those athletic bigs, and then Caleb Love. It's just been ridiculous. Yeah. So
and Brady Manick too, man. Early in the tournament, man, he carried us. Early on, he was averaging almost 30 points a game through the first two games.
Yeah, it's a shame to see him wearing a Carolina jersey.
I know you love that.
Yeah, that's not great, man. I mean, I haven't really cared about college basketball that much this season just because NC State was so bad. I mean, I went to like a bunch of OU games, and I was watching them, but then they went on like a 10-game losing streak or lost like 8 out of 10 or something like that, like really bad. But the Big 12 is actually really good. So
I mean, look, they're in the national championship game.
Yeah, and OU played Kansas tight earlier in the season.
I've only seen them play. I watched them play against Villanova the last game, and that's really it. I didn't really watch much of Kansas. I don't really watch any Big 12 basketball around here.
I mean, I've watched a good amount of it. I don't know like people's names and stuff. I just know they got a couple of big guys that can just really fly and get a lot of rebounds and play some good defense.
Yeah, I think their point guard's pretty good too. What is his name? Remy, whatever, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know any of the guys' names. Like I said, I haven't really been following college basketball that much, unfortunately. It's just been so irritating. I mean, I've been betting on the tournament games and trying to,
trying to get into it that way.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been following the tournament pretty closely, but other than that, the only team that I really followed was OU. So
yeah, I tell you, man, I was telling everybody, never in a million years would I thought Carolina was going to be in the national championship game. The way that they played early in the year, they were pissing me off. I mean, I canceled the fucking ACC network because it made me so mad. Like, they were making me so angry when they lost. Like, I think it was when they lost to Miami by 20. It was like back-to-back games.
Yeah, they got destroyed by Miami, yeah.
Yeah, and then I think Wake Forest beat us by 22. I think it was back-to-back games, and I was just like, I'm fucking done. like this is not good. And whatever happened after those games, man, something clicked. I don't know if Hubert Davis just got his legs under him and he needed some time to, figure out that he was going to have to be the leader of that team. And you can see it on the court. He's definitely their emotional leader. He's up and down. That man never sits down. He's completely different than Roy Williams. And also I think it might have had something to do with changing the system too. So we'll see. Oh, you froze on me again, huh?
Yeah, I did. I have no idea what you said about Hubert Davis, but that's okay. Just keep going.
Yeah, I was saying that, he's the emotional leader of that team right now. You can see he's completely different than Roy was, whereas Roy kind of sat there and coached from the chair, whereas he's up and down, going back and forth, running down the court, screaming at the refs. He's a different coach, and I think maybe that took a little bit of getting used to it and also running the system. There's a different system that he's running than Roy Williams did. It's completely different.
How so?
I mean, I don't know if it just took a little bit longer for the team to get used to that, and that's what's maybe gelling for them now. And they're playing defense. That's another thing.
I mean, yeah, that's how you do well in the NCAA tournament. But like, are they doing just like a lot more half court stuff now? Because I mean, they used to run fast break all the time with Roy Williams.
Yeah, well, and like it's a lot more pick and roll. They never used to run a lot of pick and roll. They used to do a pick up at the top of the three. But that would be it. They wouldn't like continuously go back to it. They would run that pick play at the top, but the center would actually have the ball, and then the guard would go around to try and get for like a backdoor pass or anything like that. That was like normal, old school backdoor basketball. That's kind of how Carolina was like with Roy Williams and those teams. So it's a little bit different, like running up and down, but also and now it's just all pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll the entire game. So,
I mean, when you got a good point guard and those are the best players are Caleb Love and Baycott. So,
and RJ Davis, man, he's no slouch either, man. That dude is making him the point guard has really changed that team, and letting Caleb Love run the two and just score and not have to be the facilitator and taking that pressure off of him. And RJ Davis is just doing whatever he wants. He just dribbles around, runs pick and roll, dribbles around. If he's open for that little mid-range shot, he takes it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would hate to see them win tonight, man. I got Kansas -4.
I took Carolina 4.
I might take Carolina +2.5 for the first half, but I'm also, I'm a little wary of that because I just think Kansas, like after what I thought Villanova was, just the way they shoot the ball, I thought that they would be, they would beat Kansas probably and eventually win the national championship. But
what hurt them was that their second best player going out too, man. When he ruptured his Achilles or tore his Achilles or something in the last game before they made it to the Final Four. So
yeah, it's not great.
So I mean that hurts your chances. He's the second leading scorer and your best defender. That's going to hurt your chances big time.
Yeah.
But Villanova's a great team, man. I don't have anything bad to say about them. I thought Kansas is probably the favorite out of the 4 teams that were left in the Final Four. And I thought it was Kansas, Duke, North Carolina, then Villanova. That's how I had.
Well, and the way Duke was playing, I didn't think Carolina was going to beat them either. I couldn't believe they did. Oh my God, because Duke was playing so well.
They were, man, and they just had a solid. They got a big man. We got him into foul trouble early. That helped out. And our guys kind of stayed out of foul trouble till pretty much the end there. So, and when it really didn't matter that much. So I mean, it was God, Caleb Love. What can you say, man? That he might not show up the whole first half, but if it's a close game, he's a fucking closer, man. He knows how to close the game out. He's hit big shot after big shot. That's for damn sure. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait. I know you froze on me, so I'm gonna keep on. That way we don't have no dead time in here. So with the game coming, I know you were.
Right, you're good at just rambling, so
Hey, but before we get off here, man, I want to know who you like for this weekend for the pay-per-view card with Volk, Zombie, and then my man Chimaev going against Gilbert Burns and Aljo and Peter Yan.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull up the card here. I mean, honestly, as far as like, Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling, like, that was unfortunate the way that last fight went with Sterling taking the knee to the head. So I really like Peter Yan. I think Gilbert Burns is getting really screwed by screwed isn't the right word, but like really unfairly treated by the odds makers, right? Like,
I agree.
Aslan Chimaev is minus 560. There's no way like I'm betting that, right? Like the obvious bet is Gilbert Burns, who's got much more experience against top tier competition, right?
And hurt the champ. He hurt him.
Yeah, he did. Like, I just don't understand. I mean, I want people betting both.
I think we lost you, John. Yeah, I agree with you, though, on the Gilbert Burns. And I lost you there for a second, so I was trying to talk for you a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was pretty much all I had. Like, I just feel like the bettors are all going to be on Chimaev, and so that's why the odds are so skewed. And so I'll probably end up taking Burns. And then, I mean, Volkanovski's going to wax. He's going to wipe the floor with him. That's not even going to be a close fight. So, like, good for Zombie for getting the title shot, but
yeah, I agree. It definitely should have been Max getting that title shot for sure. Even though Max did have it, but was hurt. So, all right. When John gets back. All right, let's wrap this up because you keep freezing all the time.
Yeah, it might be time to give up on this.
Yep. So we're going to wrap this up. And I'm going to say one last thing. Go Tarheels. And we got to do this again, John.
Yeah, man.
See you, brother.
See ya.